Hey everybody, what's happening? Neil Temple of Doom back once again from Pop Cultured with Silver Screen Sheen and team. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to our radio show ever since 2016, since season 1. So I got to thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you to Silver Screen Sheen. Of course, you're the best. You're the man. He is the creator of our awesome show. And we're going to take it on to YouTube now and other things like that. Maybe do some Zoom interviews and things. We've got some ideas for the future, and hopefully we'll get to do that. For now, I just wanted to do a quick review, and of course, Silver Screen Sheen will have his own review in the future as well. But for now, I just wanted to do a very quick review, or 5 minutes or so. I'll try to not to make it too long here. But it's going to be a review of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Of course, the epic movie everyone is watching on HBO Max or Crave or whatever they're watching it on. And it's honestly, it's a sprawling near masterpiece of a superhero film. It's incredible. It's 6 parts plus an epilogue. It clocks in at 242 minutes. So yeah, you might want to split that up in half. And that might have been Zack Snyder's original plan anyway, was to make it a part 1 and part 2 in the theaters. Of course, things didn't work out that way. If you're not aware of the situation, okay, 2017 Justice League, or as some people call it, Justice League, because, of course, it was directed by Joss Whedon, who took over for Zack Snyder following the death of his daughter. And he needed some time away, understandably. Him and his wife, Deborah Snyder, who's a producer on this new version, along with Charles Roven. But basically, that's what happened. And because Joss Whedon took over after that tragedy, he injected a lot of humor in certain places in his version of this film, which I really didn't like. As a longtime DC fan, I thought The Flash was horrible. I thought his jokes were dumb, and I just didn't like his character at all. I did not like this Barry Allen, like the TV show Barry Allen. The TV show Grant Gustin, Barry Allen. He was much better, in my opinion, but he's a lot more tolerable this time around in this version. So a lot of interesting changes going on here. The writer is just Chris Terrio, the guy who wrote Argo and also wrote Rise of Skywalker. He wrote the original version with Joss Whedon, but this time he gets sole writing credit. Tom Holkenborg also did the score, replacing Danny Elfman. So this movie, I'm not going to spoil anything, but if you haven't seen the 2017 film, then yeah, I'm going to talk about that. So it's been 4 years, catch up. But anyway, yeah, it really is an interesting film with a lot of great action and fast-paced, amazing new effects shots that they completed. They spent millions of dollars to complete this movie, and they really did a fantastic job on it, and it's right up there in the echelon of favorite DC films, or maybe just favorite superhero films of all time. This is a big win for DC, because we get to see the original director's vision, just like we did with the Richard Donner cut of Superman 2. I can start wondering, like, maybe Suicide Squad has a lot of deleted scenes. Oh yes, it definitely does, with Jared Leto's Joker, who we have seen in the trailer for this Justice League. So yeah, interesting stuff here going on. The only thing I was kind of disappointed in was, I guess, there was a lot of music, and I thought the music was a bit heavy, it was a bit long at times. Some of the songs, it was kind of reminiscent of Watchmen. I really love Zack Snyder's Watchmen, but there were certain scenes where it was just like, okay, can we get through this song and get to the get to the action, get to the next scene, at least the next exposition, dialogue. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it really surprised me. I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was. I knew it would be an improvement for me, certainly, personally, as a longtime DC comic fan. But wow, some of the surprises in this film, they made me smile. I was giddy. Yeah, it was fantastic. So I really do got to thank the Snyders and everyone who helped make this version possible. All the reshoots look amazing. These re-edits are really great. They did cut out a lot of the crap, and it's nice to have that kind of, that kind of advantage, I guess you could say, that when you have that time and you have the funding to do it. To perfect a movie that was really kind of a misfire, back in 2017. It's amazing. Although I will say the plot is essentially the same as the 2017 version in this 2021 version, but of course we're expanding upon certain storylines and certain avenues with different characters. We're going down different roads here, which is awesome. But the film is all about superheroes coming together, resurrecting Superman, and of course fighting off invasion by Steppenwolf and all those awesome Jack Kirby characters. So yeah, fantastic movie. I'm just really happy that it was much darker and there wasn't so much, goofing around. So like I said, the humor is less here. It's a lot darker, like Watchmen, naturally, like 300, and it is just fantastically more adult in that sense. And I was really, really happy to see that. It was like, oh, this one's for us older fans, I guess. What they did here, that I think maybe the best thing that they did here was paying tribute to Jack Kirby characters like Darkseid and Desaad and Granny Goodness. We see her for a split second there. But also the Cyborg origin story is really well laid out and really well acted. Fisher and Joe Morton, remember him from T2? That's right. Miles Bennett Dyson, yeah. They give touching performances, honestly. They're really good, and we really understand this Cyborg character. So fantastic that we get to see that. I just can't stop talking about this movie and thinking about how impressed I was of how great it was. I still think The Flash, Ezra Miller, nothing against the actor, but he doesn't really seem like Barry Allen to me. He seems a bit miscast. Just like Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, I thought that was a bit off. I was like, I don't know. They're great actors. They're doing a good job, but I just don't really like them. Barry is nowhere near as annoying, though, in this version, and I was thankful for that. So not so many bad jokes from Barry, so that's good. But yeah, I'm just going to say, 9 out of 10. Just because the music was a bit heavy, it was a bit much, it was a bit long. This movie could have been a little shorter, probably, but there was also like this whole epilogue thing at the end, which I will not spoil, but the epilogue was a bit much, and it was kind of meh, honestly, in the end. It was just kind of like, okay. People that thought Return of the King was too long will find this movie, again, too long, and it's just like, when is this movie supposed to end? Come on, end. But still, 9 out of 10, guys. Great film. Go see it if you're a DC fan. Absolutely go see it if you're a heartbroken DC fan, because most of the DC movies have not been great over the last 10 years. Just 2 or 3 of them have, been good. Other ones have their moments. But if you're a heartbroken fan, you must see this and give it a chance if you're really a diehard fan of these classic DC characters. So check it out, guys, and thanks again for watching and listening this quick little review of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Again, this is Neil, Temple of Doom, from Pop Cultured, and I hope you're all doing great and feeling safe. Peace.